Welcome to the Membership Guys podcast. Kick-ass advice and tips for membership site owners.
What's up, guys? Welcome to episode 124 of the Membership Guys podcast with me, Mike Morrison, one half of the Membership Guys. This is a place to be for everything you need to grow a successful membership website. Today I want to talk about the most common mistakes that we see people making with their membership site and how to avoid them. Now, I'm going to let you in on a little secret. Everybody, even us, makes mistakes with their membership website. In fact, it's often from those mistakes that you end up learning the most important lessons about what works and what doesn't work for your own particular membership. Most mistakes are harmless and go by unnoticed by your members, but there are some whoppers that can do real damage to the potential success of your membership website. So I'm here today to try and save you from some of the biggest boo-boos that a membership site owner can make. The first of those is rushing ahead without validating your idea. If you've been listening to the show for a while, if you've been an Academy member for a while, you'll know that I bang this drum constantly. So it's no mistake that this is the first thing that I mention. Failing to validate your idea. It happens far too often. People get carried away with the excitement of having what they feel is a great idea, and they end up rushing headlong into turning that idea into a reality without ever stopping to verify whether it's a diamond or a dud. It's so important that you take the time to research and validate your idea. Determine that there's a market for it, and more importantly, a paying market. By failing to do this, you could be setting yourself up for a fall. Your idea is the foundation of your membership site, so you need to make sure that it's solid, otherwise it won't be long before the walls will come tumbling down. If you haven't spent time validating your idea, I encourage you to go back and listen to episode 114 of the Membership Guys podcast. So just go to themembershipguys.com/114. That's all about how to actually validate your idea using an MVP, minimum viable product. That digs into why you should use that, how that's going to help you to actually test that there is a buying market for your product, and as a result, increase the chances that your membership will not fail. So that's the first mistake, rushing ahead without validating your idea. Big mistake number 2 is only focusing on making sales. Now, membership sites represent a bit of a shift in terms of how you sell an information product. Typically, if you're accustomed to selling courses or ebooks or other sorts of digital products, then your end goal is getting the sale. With a membership site, the sale is just the beginning. It's not the finish line, it's the starting pistol. Member retention is equally, if not more important than acquisition. And research shows that it costs significantly more to attract a new customer or a new member than it does to retain an existing one. Make sure that you're not focusing so much on bringing in new members through the front door that you miss the stampede of people leaving out of the back exit. And that all comes down to your retention strategy and making effective use of things like onboarding and constantly striving to deliver value and keep your members engaged. Focus on your existing members rather than only ever putting your effort into bringing in new ones. Mistake number 3 is prioritizing what you want to create in terms of content and features over what your members actually want and need. This is a very easy trap to fall into. We're constantly seeing people getting caught up so much in creating the courses and training materials that they want to create, or focusing on the things that they're interested in or they enjoy talking about, without any real consideration for whether it's actually right or suitable for their members. Everything that you do with your membership site should be in pursuit of delivering the transformation that your members want. That could be filling their knowledge gaps, learning specific technical processes, reaching a goal or achieving a specific income. Servicing that end result should inform the material you create, the courses you produce, and the resources that you provide. You need to ensure that solving those problems your members have take priority over your own personal interests, agendas, and preferences. You need to talk to your members You need to find out what they need to help them get to where they want to go. And you need to pay attention to that when it comes to plotting out your content strategy. And speaking of content, fatal mistake number 4 is not providing fresh content. When somebody joins your membership site, they enter into a value exchange with you. They'll keep paying for as long as they feel that you're providing them with value. If the content you provide is static, as in there's not new stuff being added to it, or if it's very infrequently updated or added to, then there's a finite amount of time until your member stops receiving value from their investment in your website. And as a result, they're far more likely to end up leaving. If you want members to stick around and continue to pay you on an ongoing, continuous basis, then you need to provide continuous value. That doesn't just mean bombarding them with new content and new courses. It could be as simple as making sure that you're turning up in your community, answering their questions, continuously striving to help them get to where they want to go and to solve their problems. You need to keep that ongoing value taking place if you want people to pay you on an ongoing basis. So that's big mistake number 4, is not providing that ongoing value, that fresh content. Mistake number 5 is bombarding your members with upsells. Now, many people have a membership site as part of a larger ecosystem where they have other products, maybe they have events or coaching programs that kind of sit alongside and complement their membership. And that's a very effective strategy. There's nothing wrong whatsoever with having other products and promoting those other products and services to members of your membership site. What is wrong, however, is constantly shoving your other products in the faces of your paying members. If you're putting more time into trying to push your upsell products to members than you do to delivering value through the actual membership, then that's a very fast route to alienating your members and making them feel undervalued, as though their decision to join your membership isn't enough for you. And ultimately, you risk losing them completely. You need to be smart about your upsell strategy if you do have other products you want to promote to your members. Fatal mistake number 6 is disappearing from your own community, becoming a stranger within your paid Facebook group or online forum. Now, a lot of memberships in this space are built around people who have positioned themselves as an authority in their industry. And as such, many people who join their membership site join primarily for access to that authority, for access to you. This doesn't necessarily mean that you have to constantly be at their beck and call, but those people simply want to swim in the same pond that you do and to be afforded the opportunity to engage with you more directly than they would outside of your community. To that end, if you choose to simply not have a presence in your own community, that can be a death sentence if yours is an expert-centric membership website. Not being able to have the time is not an excuse. If people are joining primarily because of you, you need to find time to show up and serve your community. Because if you don't want to be present in your community, why would anybody else? Don't be a stranger. And the final fatal mistake we see all too often is people deliberately making it difficult to cancel for their members. Now, I get it, and we've talked about it a few times on the show before. Nobody wants to lose members. We have a great retention rate over at Membersite Academy, and we have hundreds and hundreds of members, but still, every cancellation stings a little bit when it does happen. Nobody wants to lose members. However, we need to deal with the fact that it's just part of the member lifecycle. It will happen for a variety of reasons. You cannot take it personally. Not every outgoing member cancels because they're unhappy or unsatisfied. But if you make it harder than it needs to be for them to cancel, then you pretty much guarantee that their mood will change, ruling out the possibility that they may return in the future. Make sure that you're not unnecessarily burning your bridges with members who decide to leave. Now, these 7 mistakes we've just talked about, rushing ahead without validating your idea, focusing solely on making new sales, prioritizing your own preferences over content that's actually going to serve your members best, not providing ongoing value, bombarding members with upsells, becoming a stranger in your own community, and deliberately making it difficult to cancel. Those are among some of the biggest and most common mistakes we see, but they're not the only mistakes that people make with their membership site. They are certainly amongst the worst, but the good news is that if you are making any of those mistakes, it's not too late. Hopefully, today's episode has provided either the motivation to turn things around and make some adjustments in your business, or at least a roadmap to help new and future membership owners know what it is they need to avoid. Now, this is why I want to hear from you. I want to hear what mistakes you've made with your own membership site, and more importantly, what did you learn from them? I'd also like to know that I know a lot of membership site owners, as part of their research, are members of other people's sites, or perhaps they became members of other people's sites and that's where they were inspired to create their own membership. So I'd love to know what your biggest bugbears are on the other side of the desk as a member of somebody else's membership site. What mistakes do you see and do you experience as a membership site member? I want to hear from you guys. Hit me up on Twitter at Membership Guys, or if you're not already part of our free Facebook group, type in talkmemberships.com. That's going to redirect you through to our Facebook group where you can join almost 6,000 membership site owners who are in there completely free, and pop a post in there to let me know your experiences in terms of fatal membership mistakes. Hopefully you found this week's episode useful. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I'll be back again next week with another episode of the Membership Guys podcast. If you've enjoyed today's episode of the Membership Guys podcast, we invite you to check out the membersiteacademy.com. The Membersite Academy is the essential resource for anyone at any stage of starting, growing, and running a membership website. So whether you're still figuring out what your idea is going to be, or whether your website is already up and running and you're just looking for ways to grow it and attract new members, then the Membersite Academy can help you to get to the next level. With our extensive course library, monthly training, exclusive member-only discounts, perks and tools, and a supportive, active community to help you along the way with feedback, encouragement and advice, the Membersite Academy is the perfect place to be for anyone looking to start, manage and grow a successful membership website. So check it out at membersiteacademy.com.